Hello, class. I will discuss now the completion of the accounting cycle for a merchandising business. Okay, so the accounting cycle, if you can still recall, there are 11 steps in accounting cycle na napag-aralan natin sa service type of business, or maybe some of you've learned from your accounting subject during the undergrad. Okay, now, the accounting cycle as discussed in the service type of business is also applied to other types of business. Pareho din lang yan, wala yang pagkakaiba. Whether it is merchandising or manufacturing, the same pa rin yung accounting cycle na susundin sa service type of business. Okay? So, to be able to complete the accounting cycle for merchandising business, there are only two other adjustments that will be discussed. Two adjusting entry lang yung maiiba sa kanila, which are the merchandise, inventory, and adjustment to take up the provision for uncollectible accounts or bad debts. So, uncollectible accounts because these are the receivables na maaring hindi na makolekta from the debtor. Okay, next. Merchandise inventory. So, what is a merchandise inventory? Usually nga, at the end of an accounting period, the business or the entity determines its ending inventory and the cost of goods sold. When we say ending inventory, ito yung mga goods na hindi nabenta during the current year or yung mga natirang items during the accounting period. So the procedures for determining the merchandise inventory, which is under the periodic inventory, kung maaalala ninyo dun sa una nating chapter, na-discuss natin yung perpetual at saka periodic. So dito, ang gagamitin nga natin is the periodic inventory method. Kaya ano ang gagawin? The first one is to make a physical count of merchandise on hand at the end of the accounting period. So take note ha, it is usually done at the end of the accounting period. Kung it is a calendar year, so that is December 31. So anong ginagawa dyan? Nagkakaroon ng physical count. So when we say physical count, binibilang talaga isa-isa kung ilan yung merchandise na natira or on hand during that date. And then after that, multiply the quantity of each type of business by its unit cost. So for example, 20 units yung natira, imumultiply yon kung magkano ang cost ng bawat unit. And then, add the resulting cost of each type of merchandise to obtain the total. This amount is the ending merchandise inventory. So, after mong makount yung bawat item and bawat variant ng item and then multiplied to its cost per unit, you will get the total of the cost of each of the merchandise. And then after that, yung magiging total nun, yun na yung amount ng ending merchandise inventory. Okay. So the cost of ending merchandise inventory is then deducted from the cost of goods available for sale to get the cost of goods sold. Okay, so sabi din dito, the ending inventory of one period is the beginning inventory of the next accounting period. So I will give you an illustration. So meron tayong dalawang taon, 2020 at saka 2021. In units ito Kunwari nagsimula yung business this year, 2020. So, wala pa siyang beginning inventory. Kasi 'di ba, pag nagsimula ka ng business, wala ka pa namang on hand na inventory talaga. Anong gagawin mo? You will do some or you will get purchases. Mamimili ka ng mga items na ibebenta mo for that year. For example, 100,000 units yung binili during the year. So, To get the cost of goods available for sale, i-add mo yung inventory beginning mo with the purchases. So, dahil zero nga ito, what would be the amount of the cost of goods available for sale? So, that is 100,000. And then, at the end of the year, ang nangyari ay may natira ka na 10,000 units. Okay, so anong gagawin mo dun sa natira mo? So, ito pinagpa-plus yan Plus, ito yung total. Ang gagawin mo naman dito sa ending inventory, ima-minus mo naman yan. Tapos yung matitira niyan, yun na yung cost of sales. Ibig sabihin, during the year, 90,000 yung nabenta mo na units. And 10,000 yung natira mo na units. Ngayon, itong 10,000 na to, na inventory end mo during 2020, okay, ito naman ang magiging beginning inventory mo for 2021 or next year. Kuha nyo? Sorry. Mali. It should be 10,000. Okay, not 90,000. So, itong 10,000 na ito ang magiging uh, beginning inventory mo for next year. Tapos, kunwari, nag-purchase ka ng 150,000. So, i-add mo yan. So, this should be how much? 160,000. So, 160,000 na yan. Ngayon, dito, may natira ka na 30,000. Okay? So, magkano na ang ending inventory mo? 30,000, di ba? Ima-minus mo yan. 160,000 minus 30,000. Kaya, ang cost of sales mo ay 130,000. Yun yung nabenta mo. Ito yung natira mo. So, ang gusto ko lang i-explain dyan, kung ano yung ending inventory mo during the previous year, yun yung magiging beginning inventory mo for the current year. Tapos, itong 30,000 na ito, na ending inventory niya sa 2021, pagdating ng 2022, yan naman ang magiging beginning inventory. So, ganun lang siya. Cycle lang siya. Okay. So, what are the entries made at the end of each accounting period para yung beginning inventory mawala na sa accounting record natin at mapalitan na siya ng ending inventory. So, ito lang ang entry na ginagawa dyan. Okay, ang ginagamit nga pala natin ay income summary. Okay? So, magde-debit ka ng income summary, magke-credit ka ng merchandise inventory. Ito, take note, this is the beginning. Bakit mo siya ka-edit? Kasi originally, nasa debit yan. Okay? So, parang ganito. Kung ititi account natin yan, okay, merchandise, inventory, beginning, yung balance niyan, kunwari, 100, nasa debit. So, para mawala yan, lalagay mo siya sa credit. So, di ba pag finuting mo yan, pag pinag-minus mo yan, anong lalabasan yan? Zero na. Okay? So, kaya siya ay nasa credit. Ngayon, to set up naman the ending inventory, you have to debit naman the amount of the ending inventory and then credit it to income summary. So, ganyan din lang palagi yung entry. Okay? Maiiba lang yung amount. Okay, next, accounting for uncollectible accounts. So, sabi nga natin, ang uncollectible accounts, these are accounts that, there is a failure to collect receivable. Kasi 'di ba, however careful and efficient yung collection procedures na ginagawa ng isang entity, lagi pa rin talagang nagkakaroon ng uncertainty or failure to collect receivables. Kaya nagkakaroon ng uncollectible accounts expense, doubtful accounts expense, or bad debts expense. So, pare-pareho yan Tsaka from the account title itself, ma-identify mo na kung para saan yan. So, sila ay para dun sa mga receivables na maaring hindi na makolekta. So, there are several reasons kung bakit ba nagkakaroon ng ganyan. Una, syempre, bankruptcy of the debtor. Na-bankrupt na si debtor, wala na siyang pangbayad. Ano pa, discontinuance of the debtor's business. So, wala na siyang business, wala na nga rin siyang pangbayad. Disappearance of the debtor. Ito, nagtago na yung may utang. Tapos, ano pa, failure of repeated attempts to collect. And the barring collection by the statute of worthlessness of receivables. Kasi, minsan ang tagal-tagal na nung receivable, so worthless na rin siya. And then there are two generally accepted methods of accounting for receivable. The first one is the direct write-off method and then the allowance or reserve method. So both of them are acceptable accounting practice. Yun nga lang, kailangan gamitin sa appropriate circumstances. Okay? So however, for income tax purpose, only the direct write-off method is permissible. Okay, so pag-aralan natin kung ano yan. So, dito muna tayo sa allowance or reserve method. So, while the direct write-off method is simple and convenient, okay, simple and convenient kasi nga, sa direct write-off, pagkaalanganin ka ng makokolekta pa yung receivable, anong gagawin mo? I-write off mo na. When we say write off, aalisin mo na yung receivable na yun. I-zero out mo na siya. Kumbaga, parang kakalimutan mo na may pautang ka. Okay? Pero this method does not provide for the matching of current revenue with related expenses and does not report receivables at their net realizable value. Kaya nga, allowance method of recording bad debts adheres to these principles. So, kadalasan ito pa rin yung ginagamit, allowance or reserve method. Ngayon dito, pag gagawin mo yung entry, you will debit doubtful accounts expense or bad debts, di ba? Yung mga sinabi kong accounting titles kanina, account titles, and then credit allowance for doubtful accounts. Take note, allowance for doubtful accounts is a contra-asset account. So, when we say contra-asset, binabawas ito sa asset. At anong asset yon? Accounts receivable. So, it is deducted from the balance of accounts receivable at the end of the period. Kaya siya kailangang ibawas. The purpose is to get the net realizable value of receivable at the end of the period. Tapos, ano ko lang ha, pag debtor, yun yung nangutang. Pag creditor, yun yung nagpa-utang. Kasi yung iba, parang nalilito pa rin dyan. So, tandaan nyo yan, ha? Yan. Okay, the next one is the direct write-off method, which is used by small businesses who sells most of its merchandise or services on cash basis. So, mostly talaga cash basis yung pagbebenta nila. Tapos, yung accounts receivable nila is small amount lang in relation to its total current asset. Tapos, yung credit period niya short lang. Kaya, ang nangyayari, yung loss from uncollectible account is minor lang in relation to its revenue. So, kung ganun yung situation, appropriate talaga na gamitin ang direct write-off method. Now, what is the entry? Ang entry is debit, uncollectible accounts expense, and then napansin niyo, ang credit na natin is accounts receivable. Unlike kanina, allowance lang. dito, inalis na talaga yung utang nung, katulad dito sa example, si Oscar Bueno. Inalis na talaga yung receivable niya. Kaya, wala nang aasahan talaga na receivable from that person. Pero, paano pala kung after writing off the receivable, nakolekta siya later? Okay? So, na-write off mo na, but then you collected it later. So, what will you do? So, the following are the entries. The first one is you have to reinstate the account. When we say reinstate, ibabalik mo yun. Kaya magde-debit nga ng accounts receivable and then you will credit uncollectible accounts expense. Napansin nyo, pinagbaliktad lang yung ginawa mong entry sa first. Yung write-off entry na ginawa mo sa una. Nung nakolekta mo, babaliktarin mo lang din ulit yun. So, ibig sabihin, ibabalik mo lang kung ano yung ginawa mo. And then after that, after reinstating that account, you will then record the collection, which is debit cash and then credit accounts receivable. So that's how direct write-off method is. Okay, now, how do we write off uncollectible accounts under allowance method? So, linawin ko lang ha, though some used allowance method, but when the time comes na uncollectible na talaga, as in, kumbaga wala na talagang pag-asang makolekta yung receivable, dumarating din sa time na nira-write off na yung uncollectible accounts. So, paano naman yon? So, this is the entry. Debit allowance for doubtful accounts and then credit accounts receivable. Okay? Kaya nga dito, debit kasi contra asset siya, di ba? So, yung contra asset account ang iti-debit mo rather than the expense account. Kasi yung expense account na yun, na-record na yun sa adjusting entry bago pa gawin itong write-off. Okay? It is already recorded. Kaya ang gagawin, you will just debit the allowance for doubtful accounts, which is the contra asset account. So, debit siya kasi ang normal balance ng allowance for doubtful accounts is credit. Okay? So, para mawala siya, kasi write off mo na, iti-debit mo siya. So, always remember, in order to write off or zero out an account, you have to put it dun sa kabaliktaran ng normal balance niya. For example, if the normal balance is debit, ilalagay mo siya sa credit para siya ay ma-zero out or ma-write off. Ngayon, paano pala kung yung na-write off na, like the example in the write-off method, paano pala if yung na-write off na receivable is subsequently collected? So, the same procedure pa rin, you have to reinstate the account. But here, ang babaliktarin nating entry is the one that is previously prepared. Here, allowance for doubtful accounts. Kasi sa write-off, kung matatandaan ninyo, accounts receivable and uncollectible accounts expense. Here, accounts receivable and allowance for doubtful accounts. Okay, so yun ang pinagkaiba nila. And then you will record the collection. So debit, cash, and credit accounts receivable. So those are the two methods of recording uncollectible accounts. Okay, next. Estimating uncollectible accounts based on trade receivables. So how can we estimate the uncollectible accounts? Okay? So instead of using sales data, many businesses base their estimate on an analysis of trade receivables, receivable accounts at the end of the period. So ine-estimate lang to ha, kasi you don't know exactly how much will be uncollectible. Based lang ito sa past experience. Okay, kaya na-estimate. So, sabi dito, the estimated bad debts may be based on accounts receivable balance wherein, letter A, single rate is applied to outstanding receivable. Or letter B, analysis of accounts receivable is made wherein doon papasok yung tinatawag nating aging of accounts receivable. Okay. So, mamaya i-discuss natin yan. So, paano yung percent of accounts receivable method? So, under this method, there is a single rate that is multiplied by the total amount or outstanding amount of accounts receivable. For example, here, Blue Ridge Company has 200,000 pesos outstanding accounts receivable. And then the allowance for bad debts has a credit balance of 4,000 before adjustment. Now, the company estimates that 5% of the outstanding accounts receivable will be uncollected. So how do you compute that? First is to compute the required balance of allowance for uncollectible accounts, which is by multiplying the 5%, that is the percentage of uncollectibility of the outstanding accounts receivable, by 200,000, which is the outstanding accounts receivable balance. So the amount is 10,000. Less the credit balance of allowance for before adjustment. Kasi nga here, there is an existing credit balance of 4,000. So if the required balance is 10,000, there is an existing balance of 4,000. So the uncollectible accounts expense to be recorded is 6,000. So that is 10,000 minus 4,000, so 6,000. The entry is debit uncollectible accounts expense and credit allowance for uncollectible accounts, which is 6,000. And then how can you compute the net realizable value of accounts receivable? If you will recall, there is an outstanding balance of 200,000 and then less the allowance for bad debts computed above here, 10,000, and then you will get the net realizable value of accounts receivable amounting to 190,000. Okay. The next one is the aging of accounts receivable. When it comes to aging of accounts receivable, the process is you have to list each accounts receivable according to the due date of the account. And then the aging schedule is prepared by classifying each receivable by its due date. For example, here, okay? So, meron tayo dito, simulan natin dito sa taas. Okay, Blue Ridge Company is preparing an aging schedule wherein the accounts receivable for Aaron was due on July 20, 2015. As of December 31, 2015, Aaron's account is 164 days past due as shown below. So, bakit siya 164 days? Kasi, i-record mo yung mga lumipas na araw. Okay? Kasi, dapat July 20 pa nakolekta yung pautang kay Aaron. Pero December 31 na, hindi pa rin nakokolekta yun. Kaya ang tawag doon, past due. Okay? Past due na siya. So, July, 11 days, tapos August, September, October, November, and December. So, ang total past due days niya ay 164 days. Now, after the number of days past due has been determined for each account, eto na yon. Di ba may customer tayo sa Aaron, Benitez, Castro, David, and Elmo. So, nakalagay yung mga account balances nila. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga utang nila. Okay? Not yet due. So, ibig sabihin, yung kay Benitez na 60,000 na utang, not yet due. Hindi pa siya collectible. Okay? Pero yung kay Elmo, 1 to 30 days na. Due na siya. Past due na siya. Kay Castro, 31 to 60 days. Kay David, 61 to 90 days. So, gets nyo? At kay Aaron is 91 to 180 days. So, kaya nga aging. Nilalagyan natin ng age yung bawat receivable kung gaanong kadaming araw or months na ba sila past due. Kasi nga, doon natin ibe-base kung magkano yung uncollectibility nila. Okay? So, next is to get or to prepare what we call aging schedule. Ayan ha. Aging schedule na tayo. So, how do we do that? So, here, there is the age interval. Yung kaninang diniscuss ko, di ba? And then, here is the balance. And then the estimated uncollectible accounts, the percentage. So it is given in the problem. It is not computed because this percentage is estimated by the company or entity. So sabi dito, pag not yet due daw, ang percentage for uncollectibility is only 1%. Kasi nga naman hindi pa naman talaga due. Okay? Pero pag 1 to 30 days past due, 3% na yan. So, anong napansin ninyo? Habang tumatagal or tumatanda yung receivable, mas tumataas yung percentage ng uncollectibility niya. Kaya you just have to multiply the 60,000 balance to 1% to get 600. And the same procedure hanggang dito sa baba. And then after that, you have to total this. So the total of uncollectible accounts or estimated uncollectible account is 10,500. So remember kanina sa first illustration, there is a credit balance of 4,000 for the allowance. So same procedure, 10,500 which is derived here, you will less the credit balance of allowance before adjustment, which is 4,000. So, the bad debts expense is 6,500. Okay? The aging method provides the most satisfactory approach to the valuation of the receivables at their net realizable amount. Okay, so don't worry because I will not comply you to compute this, pero in-explain ko pa rin for you to understand because it can be included in your quiz na theory on this chapter. Okay? Next. Yan na. Worksheet na kaagad tayo. So, kung mapapansin ninyo, after journal entry, hindi na tayo nag-trial balance. Hindi na tayo nag-ledger pala muna. Hindi na tayo nag-ledger, hindi na tayo nag-posting. At hindi na rin tayo nag-trial balance because yan ay nagawa na ninyo sa accounting 1 ninyo. Magpo-focus na tayo kaagad sa worksheet. So, ito yung pinalaki nating worksheet. Ayan. Okay. So, this is the worksheet. So, take note ha, ito yung tinatawag natin na, ano ang tawag dyan? Okay, adjust ko lang. Okay, that is the heading. Okay, so that is the heading. And then next, dun tayo sa taas. Ito yung mga columns niya. So, kung mapapansin niyo, hindi na 10 column itong worksheet na to. 8 column worksheet na lang ito. Kasi ito na lang siya, trial balance, adjustments, and then income statement and balance sheet. Ano yung napansin ninyong nawala dito? Okay, ang nawala dito is the adjusted trial balance. It can be omitted naman kasi dahil yung mako-compute mo, pwedeng idiretso mo na dito sa columns na to. So, recap na lang ito ha because you've already done a worksheet in Accounting 1. I will just highlight the differences sa worksheet ng merchandising business and sa worksheet ng service business. Okay? So here, trial balance, 'di ba? Debit credit, usually it is already given in the problem. So what you need to do here is just copy the amounts and the account titles. Okay? So here, cash, ayan. So given na 'yan. Kita nyo na rin yan dun sa notes nyo. Okay, hanggang dyan sa baba. So, yan ay kinopya lang. Yan. Tapos, total mo yung debit. Total yung credit. So, dapat ano? Balance. Okay? Pansinin nyo? Balance sila. Pareho silang 677,500, 677,500. Okay? Kasunod, adjustments. Naalala nyo pa ba kung paano to ginagawa? Pag sinabi nating adjustments, di ba nagpe-prepare tayo ng adjusting entries? Ililipat lang yun dyan. Nasaan na ba yung adjusting entries natin? Okay, I will show you here sa textbook ninyo. Ito yung adjusting entries. Yan, di ba? Yan. Napansin niyo, the first adjusting entry is debit, income summary, and credit merchandise inventory. That is the beginning inventory. How much is that? 90,000. So you just have to transfer this amounts dito sa adjustment column ng worksheet. So tingnan natin, letter A. Nasaan ba ang letter A dito? Here. Okay? So, what is that? 'Di ba? Nasa tapat siya. Income summary. Ayan, no? Ano nga yung adjusting entry natin? Debit, income summary. Yan. Debit, income summary, credit, merchandise inventory. Magkano? 90,000. So, i-trace natin. Ayun yun, 'di ba? Debit, income summary. And then, credit, merchandise inventory. O, katapat siya ng credit. Ayun, no? 90,000. And here, 90,000. So, anong ginawa natin? Nilipat lang natin yung amount nung entry dito sa column na to. Okay, isa pa. The next entry is debit merchandise inventory and credit income summary. It pertains naman to the ending inventory. Okay? So, naka-debit naman yung merchandise inventory na magkano? 98,000. So, ito yun, no? Letter B. Okay, katapat ng merchandise inventory, 98,000. And income summary, credit naman siya, 98,000. Okay? So, gets nyo na? Pangatlo, debit, insurance expense, credit prepaid insurance, 2,700. So, nasa ng insurance expense? Debit, insurance, expense. Nasaan siya? Ayun o, insurance expense. Kaya dito, nasa debit yung 2,700. Tapos credit, prepaid insurance. Ayun o, nandun siya. Hanggang sa malipat na lahat ng adjusting entries. Yan, nalipat na sila lahat. And then, get the total of debit and credit. At dapat, ulit? Balance ulit dapat. 'Di ba? Magkano 'yan? 217,025 and 217,025. So that is the adjustments column. Okay. So, nawala na yung ano, 'di ba, adjusted trial balance. Kasi nga, like I said, didiretso na tayo. So, punta muna tayo dito sa dalawang column na natitira. If you will recall, ano-ano ba ang elements na nilalagay sa income statement? They are revenue and expenses. Yun lang ililipat mo dyan, ha? Huwag kang maglipat ng iba element. Revenue and expense lang. Sa balance sheet naman, ang ililipat mo lang dyan ay asset, liability, and owner's equity. Huwag kang maglalagay ng revenue dito at ng expense dito. Asset, liability, and owner's equity lang. Okay, ngayon kung titingnan niyo yung worksheet natin, naka-arrange kasi yan. Ang pinakauna lagi talaga sa listahan, cash. Ayan o, cash yan lahat. Tapos pagdating dito, ano na ito? Liability na yan. Yan ang pagkakasunod-sunod yan. Pagdating dito, simula sa capital, that is owner's equity. Pagdating dito, yan, revenue na yan. Pagdating dito, ito na lahat yung expenses. Kuha nyo. So, tayo, magsisimula lang tayo ng transferring here. Okay. Napansin niyo yung income summary, 'di ba? 90,000 and 98,000. Anong ginawa? Kinopya lang, no? Ganun lang din. Kopyahin nyo lang. Okay? 90,000, 98,000. Next, sales. Okay. Sales. Magkano yan? 457,500. May katapat ba siya dito sa adjustments? Wala, 'di ba? So, kung wala siyang katapat, anong gagawin mo? Kopyahin mo lang siya. Pero careful. Tingnan mo kung saang side siya, kung sa debit ba o sa credit. Baka kasi malagay mo sa debit, mamamali ka na niyan. So, kung nasa credit siya, sa credit pa rin siya. Okay? Next. Sales returns and allowances, sales discounts. And then purchases. Napansin niyo wala silang katapat dyan. So, anong gagawin mo? Kopya ulit. Kopya lang. Purchases, returns, and allowances, purchase discount. Again, wala ring katapat. Kopya ulit. Next, transportation in, wala ring katapat. Kopya. But here, in sales salaries expense, may katapat na siya. So, you have to apply the rule. What is the rule? Pansinin ninyo, nasaan ba ito? Debit o credit? This one is debit. Ito, ano ba to? Debit din. So, pareho silang debit, di ba? So, anong gagawin mo? Pag-aadin mo. Pareho kasing debit. Kaya pagdating dito, yung total na. 35,700 plus 1,925. So, the total is 37,625. Okay? Here, 12,500, walang katapat. So, kinopya lang. Dito, walang nakalagay dito sa trial balance. Pero, sa adjustments, meron. E di, kopyahin mo lang din. Nagkabaliktad lang. No? Kasi sa mga nauna, meron sa trial balance, wala naman sa adjustments. Okay? So, ngayon, kung adjustments ang meron at wala sa trial balance, ganun pa rin yung gagawin mo. So, copy, copy, copy. O, ito naman ang meron. Meron sa trial balance, wala sa adjustments. Kopya ulit. Ito, debit siya. Debit din ito. So, anong gagawin mo? E di plus again. Diba? So, yan. Kopya. Kopya, kopya, kopya. Ito, debit, debit, kaya plus. Ito, credit yan. O. So, lipat mo sa credit and then debit. So, anong gagawin mo ngayon? Total mo yan mula dyan. Total mo lahat yan. Ito, credit, total mo din ulit. So, bigyan natin ng emphasis dito sa baba. So, nakuha na natin yung total. Anong napansin ninyo? Hindi sila balanse. So, wag kayong magtaka. Wag nyong piliting balansehin kasi hindi talaga balanse yan. Ano ang kailangan yung gawin pag minusin nyo? 573,400 minus 481,850. The difference of that is 91,550. Ngayon, paano po malalaman kung saan natin ilalagay yung difference? E di doon nyo ilagay sa mas mababa. Para pag pinag-plus nyo yan, anong mangyayari? Pareho na sila. Kuha. Kaya sa huli, nagkapareho rin sila. Kasi plinas mo yung difference nilang dalawa dun sa sa smaller amount. So, pag pinag-add mo, they will be equal na rin. Okay? Next is balance sheet. Balance sheet column na tayo. Okay? Balance sheet column. Sabi ko nga, asset, liability, and owners, equity lang ang ilalagay natin dyan. Okay. So, here, una, di ba, cash? Ayan, cash. Walang katapat sa adjustments. O di, kopyahin mo lang dun sa balance sheet. Kasunod, ito, wala rin katapat, kopya lang ulit. Allowance for bad debts dito, walang nakalagay sa trial balance. Pero meron siya sa adjustment. So, ano gagawin mo? Kopyahin mo lang din ulit. Nasa credit yan, okay? Nasa credit, kaya sa credit din ilagay. Dito, merchandise inventory, nakita nyo may 90, di ba? Tapos may 98 na debit, tapos may 90 na credit. So, anong gagawin nyo? Yung 90, di ba pag debit, anong gagawin? Plus. Di ba? Debit at debit plus. Ito ay credit. Anong gagawin mo? Minus yan. So, ang mangyayari dyan, ganito. 90,000 minus, plus 98,000 minus 90,000. Anong sagot? E di 98,000. Diba? Okay? So, tandaan nyo lang, pagka parehong debit, parehong credit plus. Okay? Paano nga? Pag debit, tapos debit, plus. Pag credit, tas credit, plus. Pag debit, tapos credit, minus. Pag credit, tapos debit, minus pa rin. Saan ilalagay? Kung pag pinag-minus, kung saan yung may mas mataas na balance, higher balance. Okay? For example, here. Saan mapupunta yung 98,000? Eh di sa debit. Okay? Kasi ito yun, no? 98,000 siya, minus to. So, debit yun. Okay? Tapos ito, 4,850. Ito yung pinakamagandang example. Debit yan, di ba? Pagdating dito, credit to. Okay, so ano gagawin mo? Minus. 4,850 minus 27. Ngayon, saan mo ilalagay? Sa debit o sa credit? Kung saan mas malaki yung amount. Dito, mas malaki sa debit. Kaya napansin niyo yung balance na 2,150, nilagay siya sa debit. Okay? So, ganun din yung kasunod na amounts. Ganun din. Dito naman, parehong credit. Credit yung 20,150, credit din to. So, anong gagawin mo dyan? Ay, di plus yan kasi parehong credit. Ayun, 23,900. Okay? So, ganun lang. Tapos, i-total mo ulit. Total. Total the debit and then the credit. Tapos, wag ulit kayong malulungkot kaagad kapag hindi yan balanse. Kasi hindi talaga yan magbabalance. Like here in the income statement column. So, what you have to do is, kagaya rin ng ginawa mo dito, 307,425 minus 215,875. the answer is 91,550, and then you have to add that sa lesser amount to get the total of 307,425. So, balanse na rin sila. Ngayon, paano nyo madedetect kung tama o mali yung gawa nyo? Ito yung balancing yan. Dapat itong difference nung dalawang column ay pareho. Okay? Ito ha, napansin nyo? 91,550. Here, 91,550. Hindi pwedeng magkaiba yan. Pag magkaiba yan, ibig sabihin there's something wrong sa iyong ginawa. Dapat pareho sila. Okay? So, that is worksheet. Take note yung heading ha. The first line is the name of the business. The second line is the name of the report, which is worksheet. And then the third line is the date of the report. Here, it is for the year ended December 31, 2015. Okay. So, yun ang worksheet. Ano ang kasunod? The next is the computation of income statement. Yan. So, napansin niyo meron uling heading. Ayan. And gaya nung sa worksheet, ganun pa rin. Name of the business, name of the report, and then the date. Take note that the date is stated like this for the year ended December 31, 2015. Okay? So, I will explain each of them. Okay, so nakita ninyo yan, sales. Okay? So, 457,500 less sales returns and allowances and then sales discount. Pag-addin mo yan, ito pinag-a-add yan. Okay, and then you will get this 9,500. Ito naman, ibabawas mo naman. 457,500 minus 9,500, you will get the 448,000. Ang tawag dyan ay net sales. This is the first part of the income statement. Kung mapapansin nyo, mahaba na ang income statement ng merchandising business. So, this is the first part. Okay? So, how to get the net sales? From sales, ibawas mo yung sales returns and allowances and sales discount. Then, you will get the net sales. Okay? Next, from net sales, you need to deduct the cost of goods sold. But how do we compute cost of goods sold first? So, this is how. So, ito kasi may mas malaking version. Dito yung kabilang page, Ayan, Yan yung paliwanag dyan. Paano nakukompute ang cost of goods sold? Siyempre, una, meron kang merchandise, inventory. Pag January 1, siyempre, yan yung beginning. Okay? That is your beginning merchandise. That is 90,000. Ngayon, nagkaroon ka ng purchases, bumili ka. Tapos take note, i-add mo sa purchases ang transportation in or ano nga ang ibang tawag dito? Freight in. Yan. Okay ha? That is transportation in or freight in. And then total, pinag-add, diba? So the total is 273,100. And then you deduct the purchase returns and allowances and purchase discount. Ito pinag-plus yan. 5,050 plus 2,450, so that's 7,500. Ito naman, ima-minus mo naman dito. 273,100 minus 7,500. And then from that, you will get the net purchases. Okay? Pinag-minus yan. Ito yung sagot. And then from net purchases, ang gagawin mo naman, Di ba may beginning ka dito na 90,000? Pag-aadin mo naman yan. 90,000 plus net purchases na 265,600. You will get the total cost of goods available for sale, which is the 355,600. Okay? And then you will deduct the merchandise inventory. That is December 31, so that is the ending merchandise inventory, which is 98,000. So the difference, minus yan the difference will be 257,600. And we call that what? Cost of goods sold. Okay? So, ito you just need to understand the process of computing this. Okay? At pag naintindihan nyo naman, okay na kayo. Susundin nyo lang kung paano siya kinukompute. So, punta tayo dito sa income statement. Yan na yun. Yung diniscuss ko kanina, isa-isa. Ito na yun, yung buong yan. Yan. Ito yung part 1. Ito yung part 2. Okay? So, yan na yun. So, you will get how much is the cost of goods sold? 257,600. Ima-minus mo naman siya sa net sales to get the gross profit of 190,400. Ito yun, no? Di ba may net sales tayo na compute dun sa part 1? Ito yung part 1. At yung cost of goods sold na na-compute natin sa part 2. And then you will get the gross profit. Pag maminusin mo lang. Ang ibig sabihin lang kasi niyan, yung net sales, ito yung lahat ng yung amount ng nabenta mo. Pag cost of goods sold naman, ito yung amount kung magkano mo binili yung binenta mo. Parang example niyan, bag. Yung bag, ang bili mo 100, binenta mo siya ng 200. So, ang net sales mo doon yung 200. Ang cost of goods sold mo doon, yung 100, yung pagkabili mo sa bag. Pag nag-minus mo yun, 200 minus 100, yun na yung gross profit. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa ito yung kinita mo ito pa lang yung tinubo mo, tubo mo pa lang to. Kasi pinag-minus mo lang yung pagkabenta mo at kung magkano mo binili yung produkto na binenta mo. Okay? Next is the, discuss ko ito, yung tinatawag nating other income or non-operating revenue or other revenue. Ito yung mga revenue na hindi related sa sale of product. Kasi 'di ba, merchandising company tayo. So dapat pag sales, nagbenta ka dun. You sold a product. Pero meron din kasi minsan revenue yung entity from non-selling transaction. Ano example niyan? Ayan rent revenue. Paano yan nangyari? Kunwari, mayroon silang, yung entity, merchandising sila, pero mayroon silang sobrang space. Sayang naman kung nandun lang. So, anong ginawa nila? Pinarentahan nila yung space na yun. So, kumikita sila dun, pero hindi sila nagbenta. So, hindi yun pwedeng tawagin na na sales. Kaya, ang tawag doon, other income or non-operating revenue or other revenue. Na yun nga yung nakalagay dito sa income statement natin, Ayun, May other income siya. Ayun, wag niyong hanapan lagi ng other income, kasi minsan yung mga problem, walang isinasamang other income. Sales lang talaga. So, pag wala, edi wala. Zero siya. Okay, the next one are the operating expenses. So, kung maaalala ninyo sa sa service business, pag sinabi nating operating expense, nililista lang natin lahat ng expenses. Pero dito, iba dito. You have to categorize them. And there are 3 categories of operating expenses. Ano yon? Ayan distribution cost, which is sometimes called a selling expense. the general and administrative expense, and then the last one is the other operating expense. So, ano ang difference ng mga yan? Pag sinabi nating distribution or selling expense, they are expenses that are directly related to the selling activity of the business. Ang example niyan, yung mga sales salaries, yung commission ng mga salesmen, delivery expense, advertising, at saka store supplies expense, depreciation ng store equipment. Kasi nga 'di ba, lahat ng mga expense na ito nai-incur para mabenta yung produkto nila. Now, what is the other one? The other one is the general and administrative expense. Ito naman yung mga expenses na para sa general operation ng business. Kumbaga, para hindi kayo malito, kapag hindi siya directly connected sa pagbebenta ng produkto, general and administrative expense yun. Ano ba yung mga example niyan? Kadalasan yun yung mga expenses sa office, like this. Ayan, office salaries, office supplies, depreciation ng office property. Ayan. Pero, there are cases wherein some expenses can be classified both as general and administrative and also as selling. Anong gagawin natin dun? Katulad nito, rent expense. Paano yan pwede mangyari? For example, nagre-renta lang sila ng space. Pero yung isang building na yon, hinati nila yon. Okay? Ang ginawa nila, yung kalahati, ginamit as office. Yung kalahati, ginamit as store. So, ang gagawin mo sa rent expense, ihahati mo rin siya sa dalawa. So, 50,000 divided by 2. Yung 25,000 general and admin, yung ginagamit sa office. Another 25,000 distribution or selling expense, yun naman yung ginagamit as store. Okay? So, hindi mo ilalagay ng buong 50,000 yan. I-reclassify mo siya. Okay? So, yun yung tandaan nyo dyan, ha? Okay. Kaya dito, napansin niyo yung operating expense. Yan. Pinagsama-sama lahat ng selling expense. Ito nga sila. Tapos tinotal. Tapos, pinagsama-sama lahat ng general and administrative expense. Ito sila. Tapos, may other expense pa. Ang other expense ay interest expense or tinatawag din yan na finance cost. Ito yung cost or expense na nai-incur dahil ng utang. So, ang tawag sa kanya, other expense. Hindi, tandaan nyo ha, ang interest expense ay hindi kasama sa administrative o sa selling expense. It is included in other expense. And then, you have to total them, the three of them. And then, the total expenses is 109,250. Okay? Balikan natin yung income statement. Ayan na siya, oh. Ayan yan. Ito kasi other income. Ito yung pangatlo. Tapos, yung operating expenses, ito yung pang-apat. Okay? So, di ba meron tayong other income na rent. Anong ginawa natin dun sa other income na rent? Inadd natin yan. 190, 400 plus 10, 400, kaya 200,800. Tapos, yung selling expense, yung in-explain ko kanina, at saka yung general and administrative, at yung interest expense. Ayan, tinotal. Ang total ng expenses ay 109,250. Yung 109,250 na yan, ibabawas mo yan sa gross profit na, hindi gross profit, total revenue. Na total revenue na 200,800. So, ano na yan? Yan na yung net income. 91,550. Anong napansin ninyo dyan? Diba? Yan yung nandito. Naalala nyo? Sa worksheet, yan yung worksheet, diba? Oh. Yan yung nasa worksheet. Ayan, 91,550. 91,550. Kaya ang tawag nga dyan sa worksheet ay net income. So, sa worksheet pa lang, makukompute mo na agad kung magkano ang net income. Okay? And then next, balance sheet. Kung paano ginagawa ang balance sheet sa service business, ganun din sa merchandising. Wala namang pagkakaiba. So, take note again the heading, name of the business, name of the report, and then the date. Take note of the date. Wala na siyang for the year ended. Kung ano yung last date, yun na yun. December 31, 2015. Okay? So, ganun pa rin. Ito yung lahat ng assets, tapos current assets, non-current assets. Okay? Lahat ng current assets, ito-total mo, tapos take note yung accounts receivable, ibinawas yung allowance for bad debts. You will get the total current assets, and then non-current assets, you have to deduct the accumulated depreciation from the asset. Like this one, store equipment less accumulated depreciation. Okay? Bawas ulit. Tapos total nung non-current. Tapos yung current asset and non-current asset, add mo yan to get the total asset of how much? 297,400. Liabilities. O, di kunin mo yung current liability and non-current liability. I-total mo sila. So, ang total liability is 98,550. But then, you have the capital. Saan nakuha yung capital? Dito yan. Ayan, o. Ito pa nga pala yung isang statement natin, ha? May name of the business, name of the report, tapos date. O, meron pa rin yung for the year ended. Okay, capital. This is the beginning. Ito, makikita mo ito dun sa worksheet or sa trial balance. Ayan yun, no? Saan yun? Capital, yan, 77,000. Dito, mas malinaw. Ayan, na. Asa na yun? Ayan, capital. 77,300. Ayan na yun. Yun yung beginning niya. Balikan natin. Ito yun. Ayan, o. 77,300. Okay? Add the net income for the year. Saan nakuha yung net income? Dun sa income statement, di ba? Yung 91,550, i-add mo siya. Total na yan. Less drawing. Saan nakuha yung drawing? Nandun din. Given din sa trial balance yun. Yung withdrawal. So, magkano yung drawing niya? 20,000. Ibawas mo lang. So, ang capital end natin, December 31 or this is the ending capital, is 148,850. At yung amount na yan ang ilalagay mo dito sa balance sheet. Kuha nyo. Kaya nga yan ang pagkakasunod-sunod. Una mo munang gagawin, income statement, kasunod, statement of changes in owner's equity, at pahuli na ang balance sheet. Okay? Tapos, total mo yung liability and capital. Okay, anong napansin ninyo? Dapat pareho yung total ng asset, pareho rin yung total ng liabilities and capital. Okay? So, that's the balance sheet. Ano pa yung kasunod? We have the closing entry. So itong closing entry, ginawa na rin natin ito sa accounting 1. Okay? Paano ginawa yung closing entry? 'Di ba ang ginagawa natin diyan, lahat ng temporary or nominal accounts. Ano pang ibang tawag diyan sa temporary or nominal accounts? Ang tawag din diyan ay income statement accounts. Bakit siya tinawag na income statement accounts? Because they are the revenues and expenses. Okay? They are the revenues and expenses. Anong gagawin natin dun sa revenues and expenses? Gagawin nating 0. Yan, i-zero natin. Kaya nga siya tinawag na closing entry. That is bringing to 0 the temporary or nominal accounts. And these are the procedures. Okay, which are already discussed na rin naman in the accounting one. Okay, the first one is to close the income and expense account with credit balances. Okay? Ano ba yung may mga credit balances? Ito. Sales, purchase returns and allowances, purchase discount, and then the rent revenue kung may other revenue. Okay? You get the amount. So take note because they have credit normal balance. That's why in order to close them, you have to put them to debit. Okay? Kasi i-close mo na nga. So, parang nagbabaliktad ka lang ng entries dito. So, dinebit mo sila. Kaya, ang income summary mo, ito total mo din lang yan. Kung magkano lahat yung debit mo, okay? Magkano lahat yung debit, ito total mo lang yan. Yun ang ilalagay mo sa income summary. Pero wag niyong guguhitan ng ganyan na. That's just for illustration. Okay? So, yun yung total ng income summary. Next. 4 lang naman ang closing entry. O, nakaisa na tayo. O, dito naman sa pangalawa. So, that is to close all the income and expenses accounts with ano naman daw? With debit balance. So, kung may debit balance yan, anong napansin niyo? In order to close these accounts, you have to put them saan? Sa credit. Ayan. So, ano-ano yung mga yun? Sales allowances, sales discount, purchases. Ayan, lahat na yan. Ilista mo na yan dyan lahat. Tapos, lahat sila ay sa credit. Paano nakuha to? E di tinotal lang din yan. Yung total lahat niyan, yun ang ilalagay mong amount dito sa income summary. Okay? Ngayon, kung mapapansin ninyo, dito sa pangatlong entry, close na natin si income summary. Paano nakuha yung 9,550? Okay. Paano yan nakuha? E di yan yung net income. Diba? Yan yung amount na yun, no? Ito ulit yan, no? Dito sa worksheet. Ayun, no? 91,550, 91,550. Pero, paano kung hindi available yung info na yun? So, ang gagawin nyo yan. Diba? Sa unang entry. Okay. In the first entry, income summary is credit. So, income summary. Magkano yan? 475, 400. Yun yung credit. Credit yan. Pangalawang entry natin, nasaan ang income summary? Nasa debit. Take note, hindi ito nababago ha. Ganito lang lagi ang positioning niya. Pag nagko-close ka ng debit accounts, mapupunta ang income summary sa debit. Pag nagko-close ka ng credit accounts, mapupunta siya sa credit. Ang nababago-bago lang dyan, di syempre, yung mga account titles. Magkano yon? 391,850. Ito naman ay debit. Ano nga ang rule natin pag magkaiba ng balanse? Ito'y credit, ito'y debit. Anong ginagawa natin? Di pinagma-minus. Hindi natin ipag-add. Minus yan. So, pag pinag-minus mo yan, ano ang magiging sagot niya? 91,550. So, yun din yun, no? Yung nandito. Kasi basically, this is the net income. Okay. So, ngayon, anong gagawin mo? Itong 91,550 na to, is it debit or credit? Paano mo malalaman? Eh di kung saan ang mas malaki, 'di ba? Ito ang higher, yung credit. Kaya yan, credit yan. Okay? Ngayon, para ma-close mo yung credit, saan mo ilalagay yan? Sa debit. Kaya dito sa pangatlong entry, yung income summary natin naka-debit. Ano ngayon ang i-credit mo? O lagi din ito ha. Ang i-credit mo dyan lagi is the capital. Okay? Kasi yung net income, napansin niyo dun sa statement of changes in capital. Diba inad natin yung net income sa beginning capital? Ganon din lang yung ginagawa dito. So, i-close mo siya, i-credit mo siya sa capital. And then here, this is the last closing entry. Ano yan? Yan o, to close the owner's drawing account. 'Di ba ang drawing, debit yan. So, para ma-close mo siya, saan mo siya ilalagay? Sa credit. Anong ide-debit mo? Wala na si income summary. Close na siya eh. Close na natin siya sa third entry. So, saan mo na siya ilalagay? Sa capital na. Debit capital, credit, drawing. Magkano? Di yun, 20,000 yung drawing niya. So, tandaan nyo lang kung paano ginagawa yung closing entry kasi yung proseso niya, yun at yun din lang naman. Nababago lang dyan yung mga amount. 'Di ba? At saka yun, yung mga account titles sa expense kasi minsan iba-iba yung expense na nai-incur. Okay. Ito na, last topic na, the post-closing trial balance. So, ginawa rin ito dun sa sa accounting 1 nyo. Pagka post-closing trial balance na, ang matitira na lang dyan ay, real or permanent account or it is also called balance sheet account. Anong mga elements yon? Ito, sinabi ko na rin ito dun sa worksheet. They are the assets, liabilities, and owner's equity. So here, sa post-closing trial balance, there is heading again. First line, ulitin ko, is the name of the business, the name of the report, and napansin ninyo, date lang. Wala siyang for the year ended. Ito ha, tandaan nyo rin yung mga iba't ibang way ng paglalagay ng dates. Okay? So here, napansin ninyo, wala nang expense, wala na ring revenue. Lahat na lang ay ito, mula dito hanggang dito. Yan ay asset. Okay? Dito hanggang dito, yan ay liability. And then this one, these are owners, equity, yung capital. Pansin nyo, asset, liability, and owner's equity na lang. Kasi nga, zero na ang revenue and expense. Yung mga nominal accounts, zero na sila. And then, pag pinag-add nyo yan, dapat ay balanse pa rin. Okay. Yung last topic dito na reversing entry, di na natin gagawin yan. Tsaka isa pa, it is, sa accounting cycle talaga, this is optional. Okay? So, hanggang dito na lang. Pero tandaan nyo rin kung anong reversing entry. Ang reversing entry, this is the exact opposite naman of adjusting entry. Okay? Ito yung mga adjustments na i-reverse mo rin pagdating ng, and take note ha, this is done at the beginning of the next accounting period. Okay? New accounting period or next accounting period. Ano pa? Kaya ang date niyan January 1. Okay? Ang adjusting entry ay ginagawa at the end of the accounting period, kaya December 31. That is for calendar year, ha? And then reversing entries are done at the beginning of the next accounting period, kaya siya ay every January 1 ginagawa. And then, yun nga, binabaliktad mo lang yung adjusting entry. Pero ito lang yun. Hindi lahat. Adjustments for accrued expenses, accrued revenue, adjustments for prepaid expense, and deferred revenue. Yan yung kadalasang nire-reverse. Okay? And, yan. That's all. Tapos na yung chapter 7, which is the completion of the accounting cycle for merchandising business. So, pag mayroon kayong mga questions at hindi masyadong naintindihan, pwedeng magtanong, pwedeng mag-PM or private message sa Google Classroom.